Business confidence in China is at the lowest point on record, and foreign companies right now are looking to leave China as quickly as they possibly can. Major companies like Apple, Dell, Nike, Samsung, and many others are in the process of moving or have already moved manufacturing capacity away from China into other countries. The reasons for the increasing pessimism about doing business in China are almost too many to count. China's economy as a whole is a total mess right now, with youth unemployment rates above 21%, and the country's exports now tumbling for 3 months in a row. China's economy is also reeling from the impacts of an ongoing housing and credit market crisis, as its real estate bubble continues to pop. The Chinese economy is doing so poorly right now that many economists are now wondering if China's economy is heading for a lost decade, similar to the one Japan had in the 1990s after its own property bubble burst. And this trend of companies becoming increasingly pessimistic about doing business in China is only growing. A recent survey of businesses operating in China found that 2/3 of the 570 companies that responded to the survey said that doing business in China had become more difficult, up from less than half before the pandemic. And 3 out of 5 companies said that the business environment is more political, up from half just the previous year. And the recent economic data on current investment into China supports the survey's findings too. The pessimism surrounding China's economy has led to foreign direct investment inflows into China hitting their lowest level since it was first recorded 25 years ago, and leading to a net direct investment deficit of $34.1 billion. While the Chinese Communist Party and President Xi Jinping have been vocally trying to boost the economy and attract more investment from foreign companies, the Communist Party's actions have actually been scaring the international business community and prompting many foreign companies to leave the country. Despite the CCP's claims that they want to attract foreign investment, they've been continually implementing policies that continue to crack down on businesses and push them out of the country. Companies are still very wary about China's government due to the zero COVID policy that lasted for years, and saw the Chinese government lock down entire cities whenever COVID cases were detected. These city lockdowns hurt consumer activity, confidence, and economic manufacturing. In the case of Apple, these lockdowns directly led to Apple having lower inventory and sales of the iPhone 14 during the holiday 2022 season. And these zero COVID disruptions are a huge part of the reason Apple is now beginning to move more and more of its manufacturing to other countries like India and Vietnam. The pandemic was a wake-up call that exposed companies' over-reliance on China for their supply chains and directly hurt these businesses. In the aftermath of the pandemic, major companies like Apple are now focused on diversifying and de-risking their supply chains so that their entire business model doesn't depend completely on China. For many companies, the risks associated with doing business in China are simply getting to the point where they are now starting to outweigh the benefit of cheap manufacturing costs. The reason companies are looking to get out of China goes deeper than just supply chains, though. As geopolitical relations between the United States and China continue to get worse, the Chinese government has been putting increasing pressure on Chinese companies to use Chinese suppliers, even in cases where it's more expensive than foreign alternatives. And the Chinese government has also begun to outright ban products from certain US companies such as Micron. And not even China's own companies are safe, as the CCP just a few years ago began a massive and far-reaching crackdown on Chinese tech companies. Companies like Alibaba faced heavy anti-monopoly scrutiny and received multiple fines from the government as the power and influence of these tech companies began to grow past what the Communist Party was comfortable with. The CCP also forced many of these companies to make major changes to their businesses in order to limit their size and power. All told, this crackdown wiped out over $1 trillion in value from China's tech sector. So if the Chinese Communist Party is willing to do that to its own domestic companies, they are likely willing to impose far worse regulations on foreign companies. And these regulations are only expected to get worse. China recently updated its anti-espionage laws to expand the Chinese state's ability to investigate and prosecute foreign companies. The new law broadens the definition of espionage to include all documents, data, materials, and articles concerning to national security and interests included for protection. In contrast, the previous law only covered state secrets and intelligence. And the language in this new law for national security and interests is intentionally vague and far-reaching. This move by the Chinese government prompted the United States intelligence agency to issue a warning to US businesses that there was now increased risk in doing business in China due to the new law. With this new anti-espionage policy, Chinese police also recently raided the offices of 3 foreign companies, including Capvision, Bain & Company, and Mintz Group. There was little explanation provided for these raids beyond unsubstantiated claims that these companies were spying and presented a national security risk. The international business community has been on edge due to these actions, and at least one major Western law firm has completely exited China in response to the recent anti-espionage law, which would reportedly prevent the company from following basic legal industry standards. All of this is leading to a mass exodus of foreign companies from China, with the European Chamber survey finding that 1 in 10 companies said they had shifted investments out of China, and another 1 in 5 saying that they are delaying or considering shifting their investments. One international business deal specialist even went as far as saying that he didn't have a single client that wanted to invest in China, and he said that clients were either looking to sell their Chinese operations or find an alternative place to source products from. The rising tensions between the United States and China have created even more of a sense of urgency for foreign companies to decrease their reliance on China. The possibility of even more economic sanctions between the two countries or an invasion of Taiwan present massive risks for the companies that are currently operating in China. Any black swan event with China could destroy large parts of their businesses overnight if they aren't prepared to operate independently of China. And since these businesses aren't entirely sure when the relationship between the US and China might take another turn for the worse, they are being forced to come up with a plan B as soon as they can. The presence of uncertainty and unknowns makes running a business incredibly difficult, and just about everything with the business environment in China is uncertain right now. For this reason, it seems incredibly likely that the trend of foreign businesses leaving China will only continue to grow. And that puts China as a country into unprecedented territory. China's economy has benefited from large foreign direct investment into the country for decades, but as foreign investment begins to dry up, it's not clear what impacts this will have on China's economy in the long term. It's a challenge that the Chinese Communist Party simply hasn't had to face yet, and it may be a problem that they are underestimating. Continued major economic problems at home could potentially halt China's larger geopolitical ambitions. But be sure to let me know your thoughts on Western companies leaving China in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more finance and business content. Thanks.